Here we go. Here we go. Oh, the monitor's on.
Take 4.
There we go. We are live on YouTube from North Carolina and Hamilton, Ontario, Canada. It is the day after Veterans/Remembrance Day, November the 12th, year of our Lord 2023. He is Ryzak.
I'm this side. There you go. It's me.
Oh, we're back to normal. The chat should be happy. We're back to normal. I'm on the left.
You're getting a lot of flack for that last week.
I was.
Some strong opinions about the side of the screen.
About the side that thing is on. Ray is happy his 49ers got off the schneid and won.
They crushed Jacksonville.
I know. I thought it was going to be a closer game.
Really
low. Thank you for dropping in. The William
600 subscribers now. Is that what I saw the other day?
400.
400. Sorry, Willie. 600 will be soon enough.
Soon enough.
Soon enough. Do you have a glove on to drink?
It's an oven mitt. It's an oven mitt because the handle is very, very hot. I put it on for too long, so I have to go with the oven mitt because it's very hot on my soft, gentle little hand. You don't know about my little hands. Ask William SPG about my soft, little, delicate, little, dainty little hands. Which is why I have to wear the glove. How was your week, Mr. Rice?
My week. What did I do this week?
We played together. We played From Space on Wednesday. You know what? I'm actually liking the game now that we've leveled up and we know what we're doing and we're kicking some ass.
Yep.
I think we.
That was good fun. Crow and Will and you and I had a blast in there. You had a lot of people that showed up in your TikTok on that one. You were saying hi to a lot of folks.
A lot of people.
Let's see. I had a busy week with work. I was telling you earlier. Work has decided that I should be an auditor for an audit that we have coming up. So a ton of training this week. And
is it a safety audit?
It is. It's a compliance assurance audit. So it's all about compliance. But yes, safety audit. Zach had a game last night. They tied. He had an assist, and no soccer this week. So
excellent.
I was working on the deck in the backyard, Jeff. I'm getting my grotto all set up. So hopefully in another week or two, I'll be able to share some pictures with you.
Nice.
Of the awesome grotto day,
Nice.
Ryzak.
Nice.
So, Purple Haze, what's up, young lady? How are you?
I broke the news to her in her stream. No Wemby tonight, thank God.
Oh, Wemby. We could talk about Wemby every day, and that would be okay.
But we're not going to.
We're not. But we could.
We're not. But we're not.
But we could.
But we're not.
But we could.
But we're not. So so Friday night, if you didn't watch the retro stream, there was a lot of emotions on Friday night. I finished off last week's stream facing off this boss, and I knew how to defeat him. I knew what I had to do, just couldn't execute. So in typical Jeff Janak fashion, I thought it was going to be one of these where it's multi episodes of me just failing and failing and failing. Even Ray dropped in and goes, "I'm here to see Jeff fail." And thanks to Gingerhead James R. Tiberius Martin, he suggested a death counter. So I put a death counter up for every time I died. And if you watch the video, attempt 17, I actually defeated him. And then I kept going. And then we got to the top of the 2 hours, and I'm like, well, the last few weeks, it's been 3-hour streams. Let's just keep going. And then a little while later, I got to the end, and I thought, oh, well, here we are. I think this is the final guy, Blaze. And this might be where my stream ends. It might be one of these multi-episodes of me trying to, figure out how to beat this guy. But on attempt 7, I did it. I beat him and won the game, and the credits started rolling.
Wow, Jeff. Wow.
Only the second game I've ever finished.
It's pretty amazing.
It's only the second.
You never know. Now the third is right there.
So,
Purple Haze. I was very taken back at the fact that the Rockets didn't want Christian Wood, and it's really looking like that's working out for them. So think I need to reanalyze my
How are the Clippers doing since they picked up
0-4 now since named Jeff.
since they picked up?
Did you see his passes the other night? Threw that ball out of bounds. I was like, what's this guy doing, man?
And
then did you see the announcer for the was it the Mavericks announcer? Talking mad trash about James Harden. Talk about how he's the problem. So
and of course the Vikings are 5-0 without Justin Jefferson.
They're 2-0 with your boy
without Kirk Cousins.
Yeah. They
and Modern Warfare 3 drops and they activate Kyler Murray. Like, hello? Do they not understand?
Lowest rated Call of Duty of all time.
So, FaZe Clan just bought out. Things are happening for FaZe and FaZe K1. And then he has to go and play a football game. What the hell? Oh, before we get back into that, looks like it's going to be Centipede on the Dreamcast on Retro Friday. Looks like we're finally moving to the Dreamcast since I finished the game. Anyways,
yes, we do remember Kirk Cousins from the Redskins. Oh, Captain Kirk. That was such a crazy draft that year. You take RG3 with the 2nd overall pick, and then in the 4th round, you take Kirk Cousins.
Mm-hmm.
2 quarterbacks in the same draft. Do you know how many times that's been done, Jeff? I don't know.
I don't know, but
I don't know of many teams that have taken 2 quarterbacks in the same
Holtz
draft.
is up early or late.
Hey, Holtz. Wow, I haven't seen you for a while, but I hope you're doing all right.
He's back in the UK. He was roaming around the States, and unfortunately, he got bothered by Mr. Lewis. Mr. Lewis hunted him down and bothered him, and then he came to Canada and was traveling through the eastern coast of Canada.
Dang, what a trip! What a trip! That's awesome.
He was in Nova Scotia, which is way too far for me to go for the likes of Holtz. I would go for other people, but not Holtz.
What about the eastern coast of the United States? He traveled up as well, Jeff. Not just the eastern side of Canada.
When are you going to be able to do another Undead Nightmare video? Yeah. So, you know what? December is going to be a best of month. I'm going to go back and play some of the best of games that I played in 2023. So, you know what? Country Life? I may throw it up because the PlayStation 3 is still plugged in. So maybe I just move the swap out to 2, move in the Dreamcast, and then I keep the 3 plugged in, and maybe I do some, in December. Maybe I do.
Like it.
I could. I like
Jeff,
it.
there was some news this week about your girl, Sniper Wolf.
Yeah, we're not going to have time to talk to her about her. Mm-hmm. We're not going to talk about the controversy of Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast built 100 wells in Africa, and all he got was hate for it.
Yep.
We're not going to be able to talk about. I know I sent you a whole bunch of things. We're not going to be able to. It's a whole bunch of things. We could do like an 8-hour show. There is so much that we could talk about.
Too much news. I mean, all the earthquakes that are going on in Iceland. Over 800 earthquakes in Iceland over the weekend. Like, come on, man, it's crazy. There's so much going on. Ooh, only on them sweaty summer streams. Ooh, he wiggles the toes for you.
We could do a pool video. Me and Holtz in the pool. Me and Holtz in the pool. I don't think Holtz wants to come in the hot tub. Although I clean the hot tub. Hot tub is clean and sparkling right now. It's awesome. I don't know how often you drain and sparkle and chemical up your hot tub, but
me?
Yeah.
What do you use for your hot tub? What chemicals?
Bromine.
Do you use bromine?
I do.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Me too.
Yep. Yeah. Cool. So there's all sorts of stuff that we Mr. Beast and there's lots of gamer drama, more Nick Mertz drama we're not going to get to talk about. Drama.
Bill Belichick might not be the coach of the Patriots much longer, Jeff.
That is true. Was this his final game?
I mean, they're on the bye next week, so we'll find out, won't we?
Is this his final game? And then, of course, you're seeing articles. If Bill gets fired, Where is he going to land next? Maybe Bill just wants to retire.
He's
Maybe
what,
Bill,
73?
something. Maybe Bill doesn't want to coach anymore. Maybe Bill just wants to,
I don't know. Do you see Bill O'Brien laying into Mac Jones on the sideline today? Poor Mac Jones, man.
Maybe Bill just wants to sleep.
Yeah. What did you think of the Germany series? Did you think the Germany series was good? Yeah. I thought the Germany series was better than the UK series, but only because I felt that the fields in Germany were a little bit better than the fields in the UK. And that's not to blast the UK like for the fields, because having just gone there this summer, and I got to do a tour of Liverpool, and I got to do a tour of Arsenal, and both of those pitches are they're beautiful, but the soccer field is not as long as the NFL field, and so those end zones got added in, and there was like a little ledge, like it was weird. Did you also see that dome in Germany? How it folds
into the scoreboard? Yeah.
We need some stuff like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, there's a lot of stuff going on, and we tried to pick a pretty good list of topics today. I think we've got a pretty good show. So,
and for those that are not watching, it is 9-6. It's a baseball score. We have a baseball score happening between the New York Football Jets and the Raiders of Las Vegas.
A lot of shitty scores recently.
5 games won today on the final kick as time expired.
Do you follow Scoregami on X?
I do not.
No,
but that's the one that says all the scores that have never happened before. Yeah,
it's pretty cool.
I don't follow Scoregami, but I know of the Scoregami.
Yeah, it'll tell you like how rare the score was for the game and how many times it's happened before, and so yeah, Holtz. We went over to London this summer, and we went down to Anfield, and we did the tour at Arsenal, and then we moved on up to Liverpool, and then we went over to Dublin. My daughter was playing soccer over there, so she had 3 soccer games over the summer, and it was pretty cool. So I didn't know you were right down the road from there. Damn. Could have met up. Actually, he was probably over here when I was over there. So
no, he just got home. It was only recently.
Okay.
It was only recently.
Well,
It was only recently over here that Mr. Lewis was bothering the poor guy and his family. He just wanted to come and have a nice relaxing vacation. He has to get bothered by that
Maybe
clown.
He wanted to be bothered,
Nobody does. Nobody does. Nobody does.
Oh, jeez, Jeff.
Nobody does.
What are we talking about today, Jeff?
Roasters here. We're continuing our little discussion here on the sports ball. Well, it's going to be short.
Yeah,
and then we're going to have about the big event next weekend.
Yep.
The big event next weekend.
You're very opinionated about this race.
The Grand Prix of Las Vegas.
Yeah.
Well,
got a post of the week.
And then you got a post of the week that is going to offend everybody and get me canceled. So that's cool.
That's what I do. Let's see. And then I've got some guesses for you today.
Ooh,
so
playing Dungeon 4.
Shall be pretty good.
Holtz could have showed you some great sights of the Liverpool.
I'm going to be honest with you. Liverpool was my least favorite part of the trip, so I probably could have used you showing me some of those good sights, because there was.
He could have gone. He could have gone to Abbey. He could have gone to Abbey Road, but instead he slept. If that tells you anything about the Ryzak.
Well, it was the cave. I could have gone to the cave. So Abbey Road is in London.
Oh.
Or Abbey Road Studios is in London. So.
What the hell do I know? So there you go.
Yep. Dublin, man, I tell you, I said it before. Those people like to drink, so pretty crazy in Dublin. Jeff, I did not see any shorts from you this week except for your NFL picks. You are slacking. All right.
No,
and Wondershare knows
No. I did one of me defeating the 17 attempts because I had to, because people had left the chat. Everyone had left the stream, I think, at that point, because I'm like, I hope somebody was watching to get this. And then people dropped in later once I tweeted them and told some people to come, and then they're like, we don't know how to go back. So luckily, Crow to the rescue, did a clip, and then I did win the game later. So I meant to get that video out too. I recorded an intro and everything, but didn't get around to it. So. But
well,
yes,
thank you, Wondershare, for making it easy for Jeff to.
What you also don't see is Sunday mornings my cowboy hype videos, which are also produced.
I do see them because you tagged me on them in Twitter or on TikTok. There's nothing worse than waking up on a Sunday morning and seeing Jeff dance around in Cowboys pajama pants. Okay,
yeah,
all right, it really sets the mood for the day.
Right here, baby. Right here. Let's go. Let's go. Right here. Right. Let's go. Right here. Oh, yes, and goodness. I know. People who host sports shows are going to go, look, the Cowboys won 52-17. But if you'd understand, Dak threw an interception. Everyone says get rid of Dak. Cooper Rush should be a QB1. He threw an interception. We played the Giants. Okay, so we ran 600 yards. It's the Giants. So if you know football, that's a shitty game. We played like shite. Yeah, it's the Giants. Well, we scored. You scored 52 points. You scored 600. You know what? It's the Giants. The Raiders. You looking at me? Look, come here. The Raiders gave up 0 points. We gave up 17. De facto, the Raiders are better than the Cowboys, according to David Lowenstein on my text.
Oh, my God. Oh, Jeff. Oh, Jeff.
Oh, it's Penny Lane that's in Liverpool.
Penny Lane.
I don't know what that means.
There you go. You know about the Beatles. Come on.
I clipped it. Do you get the 1 cent revenue? Yes, that is correct. You do get the 1 penny revenue, Crow. I will send you a check. So we talked about this a few weeks ago, the unfortunately passing of a fellow who got his neck slashed. And here in Canada, a Hamilton company, #HamUnt representing, is selling out of these neck guards. Yep. And you bought one for Zachariah.
I did, yeah. So we were on our way home from dinner tonight, and my wife was reading an email that she got from USA Hockey saying that they are going to be suggesting that the youth hockey players not only wear neck guards, but they also wear cut-proof socks and undergarments. So that is going to go out here real soon. But, I'll tell you, Jeff, when my son first wanted to play hockey, I was a little bit reserved. Okay, I'll admit I'm not a hockey player. I mean, I know how to use a stick and I can shoot and stuff like that. I can rollerblade. I can ice skate a little bit, but I'm not a hockey player. I never was. And I was a little bit nervous because I know it's physical and of course the skates, right? The blades. Mm-hmm. And you don't see a lot of injuries happen. I mean, you could probably count the amount of really gruesome injuries on two hands over the course of your life and mine,
Except for teeth.
Yeah, teeth is a different story. But here recently, skates have been causing a lot of havoc. There's a player, Evander Kane, on the Oilers who had his wrist slashed last year. Of course, this player that has his throat slashed. There was another player that got clipped the other night. And so when you see NHL players who don't even wear face masks, right? They don't have any visor. They don't have anything on. When you see them go to neck guards, you start to say, well, why shouldn't my kid wear one, right? So we went out and we bought one. And he wore it at his game last night. There's a couple of the kids on his team that have them. And now we're hearing this news that they might come out, Look, man, my daytime job is I'm a safety manager, right? So safety is like the most important thing to me. And especially when it has to do with my kids and other kids. And so I'm all for it. I even asked him after the game if it was bothering him, and he said, no, it's fine. And he understands what it's there for. So it's all good. But they are flying off the shelves, Jeff, because everybody's grabbing them now. So I think it's a good thing for a lot of different reasons. But I like the fact that the professionals are taking it upon themselves to wear them because they are very influential
True. They set
Or
examples for the younger ones. Kids look up
Correct.
to them. So they're
Correct.
doing it. I'm going to do it.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
You know,
And
or
so,
if they get
so
flack in
glad
the
to see
locker
that.
room, they're like, "Well, this guy does it." You know,
Exactly.
Sidney Crosby wears it. Are you Sidney Crosby? Well, then shut up.
Yep. TJ Oshie is a player for the Washington Capitals. He wore one the game after that incident happened. They asked him after the game why he did it. He said, because I have a family.
Mhm.
It's the only answer he gave. Because I have a family. So good on him. So good for your company up there that they're selling out. That's great for them. And I hope that we see more and more players start to do those shin guards, save my legs. Heck
He's
yeah,
got
man.
sexy legs. So you want to protect those sexy legs.
That's awesome.
Just saying.
So yeah, we won't see this go away anytime soon. I think that this is here to stay. So
Probably.
good stuff.
And it's only going to there's going to be more stuff. They're going to invent new stuff, right?
Yep, exactly. I can see them doing stuff with the helmets or with the shoulder pads, having the shoulder pads come up with a built-in neck guard and stuff. So we'll see how creative they get. Hey, we don't have Wemby to talk about tonight, but we do have LeBron James, the king himself, Jeff. LeBron James. He is now the first player in NBA history to record 5,000 turnovers.
Nice.
It's not really that big of a deal. You know, people that turn the ball over have the ball in their hands more than anybody else. That's
it is true.
The way that I look at that stat.
It's a good way of looking at it.
You know, and LeBron has the ball more than anybody. So naturally, not to mention he's in what, year 19, you know? I mean, come on, man. They were doing a breakdown of his assist to turnovers, and they were saying that he has a 3-to-1 assist to turnover ratio. So for every 3 assists, he has 1 turnover. So let's say he goes for the triple double, which means he gets 10. He's going to have what, 4.5, 3, 4, something like that.
Crow, I think LeBron's trying to hang around till Bronny gets there.
Shit, LeBron's still playing 30 minutes a game and scoring 28 a game. He doesn't need to retire.
So
Tom Brady was still winning Super Bowls, so LeBron can keep doing it too.
What team forced him to retire? I'm trying to think. The last game he ever played. What team?
Pretty sure it was the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
No, but what team beat him?
Oh, the Glazers. That's what it was. Jeff, I know what you want to say. Yeah, you know what I find interesting though is that you see Karl Malone there at number 2. And I said a second ago that, you know, people with the ball in their hands, a lot of the ones that are probably going to have the most turnovers. And I know Malone scored a lot, and I know he got a lot of rebounds, but, you know, he didn't handle the ball a lot. He didn't dribble the ball up the court. So I feel like that's a little bit like eye-opening. Like, whoa, Karl Malone's second highest career turnover.
I thought Kobe would be higher.
I agree. I thought Kobe would definitely be higher. So interesting. The mailman. Well, that was probably the biggest news of this week. We also had the second games of the in-season tournament. Those courts have got to go, Jeff. Those things are hideous. Oh my God, I can't watch it.
How about my Raptors defeating the Dallas Mavericks and the Cubes? How about that? What are you doing? Would you stay still? Okay.
No idea.
How about my? How about the Raptors?
You know, they're apparently playing for like $500,000 for this in-season tournament. That doesn't seem like a good enough incentive to me, Jeff.
No.
I don't think so.
No, me neither.
They'll adjust it.
Mm.
Interesting though. Hey, NFL, we're not going to show any scores today, but I did want to talk about this because we've seen this popping up more and more. NFL players getting fined for playing football, Jeff. This video right here shows Las Vegas Raiders. I almost said Oakland Raiders. Running back Josh Jacobs take the handoff, tries to plow through the line like he's supposed to, and he gets fined almost $22,000 for unnecessary roughness. Now, we talked about this a little bit earlier. You've got an opinion on this. I mean, at what point do players just get to play anymore, Jeff?
They don't. It's all about safety. It's all about protecting the players. It's all about
Goddamn
protecting
safety.
the brand.
Those
it's all
guys
about protecting.
Go away.
You know, it's people like you. It's people like you. It's you safety people who are having little meltdowns over, concussions. You know what it is? It's insurance payouts. It's stuff that they have to, expensive hospital pills and stuff. So they're trying to prevent that. So really, it's not player safety. It's trying to save themselves money from, down the road.
Well, when we were talking earlier, you had mentioned like he leads with the helmet, right? And that's been something that they have been increasingly conscious of over the last decade. But as a running back, what are you supposed to lead with?
Shoulder,
feet, like
arms.
You played Madden for a long time. I played Madden for a long time. What does the right joystick do, Jeff?
I don't know.
It's the truck stick. It's the truck stick, so you can truck
I don't know what it does anymore.
And I guess you can't use the truck stick in real life anymore, or else you're going to get fined $22,000 for unnecessary roughness. So how shitty is that? You're the running back. You take the handoff. You go to punch through the line. It's a $22,000 carry.
Yep.
Crazy.
Absolutely. He can afford it. He can afford it.
We've seen a couple of these things pop up recently. You see this sometimes with the quarterbacks when they get sacked and the player lands on them with their whole body weight and stuff like that. Did you see the college football game yesterday where the 2 D linemen picked up the offensive lineman and body slammed him?
I did.
I bet you they didn't get fined.
Probably not.
Because they're college athletes. They don't get fined.
No.
They just get suspended.
Look at a new NIL deal.
And then I'm watching that Germany game, or I was listening to it this morning because I was outside working. And I guess there was something that happened. Rich Eisen actually went to Gene Sarator and was like, Gene, are they even allowed to play anymore? And then Gene gave like his explanation. I just thought it was kind of wild that Rich Eisen called it out. He works for the NFL Network and he's calling out like this stuff on the air. I thought it was kind of wild. Did you hear that? What I'm talking about?
I did. Yes, I was watching the game. I did. Yes.
Was it something on the sideline with a receiver or something? I wasn't watching it. I was just listening.
Oh, that was this morning. I don't
Exactly.
remember. No, I don't remember exactly what. Yeah, but yeah, but it was a fumble. He picked it up, returned it for a touchdown, but they didn't give him the touchdown. They called it back because of other players came on the field, and you get into deep rules on that. So,
I was preoccupied. What happened with that Steelers and God, who did the Steelers play today? There was a fight.
Yeah, there's always a fight.
What led to that? I didn't see that.
I don't remember. Particular play.
My son just kept telling me that they were fighting, and I looked up at the screen, and I just saw like all of the Pittsburgh players over at the other sideline. The Packers, thank you, Ray. All the Steelers
Packers
players were over at the Packers sideline, and they were just like trying to go at it. So
the NFL wants to cut down on that, especially the before and after game nonsense. So
yeah, it was a hit on the sideline. All right, thank you, Ray. Thanks.
Yeah.
So it must have been a late hit out of bounds.
Yep.
Interesting. Like the whole team was over there, it felt like. Well, from the little clip I saw.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Bruce is here. Welcome, Bruce.
Hey, Bruce.
So there we go.
All right. Let's get talking about some F1 because I know that this is something that has been on your mind for weeks. You've been telling me for weeks we got to have a discussion about this F1 Las Vegas GP race. Jeff, I'm not a race guy. All right. I like to drive cars. I don't like to watch people drive cars. All right. I feel like it's boring. But the Las Vegas GP is coming up. It's going to be the first time ever, right?
It's not like NASCAR where you just make left turns.
Yeah, it's not. But
and you get to drive through Monaco.
I don't know, man. I'm too busy. I don't sit down and watch anything. Next Sunday, well, I guess it's Saturday night for Ray, but next Sunday, 1 a.m. Eastern. It's not standard time, Jeff.
Yes, it is.
Standard time, Jeff. Eastern Standard Time. We had to talk about that last week.
We are back in standard time for
we're back in standard time.
Those people that understand
50
time
laps.
zones.
50 laps, 192.66 miles. This is the racetrack right here. This is the design of the racetrack going right up the strip in Las Vegas. It goes right beside the Eye, goes right beside the Mirage, goes right beside it all, Jeff. And check out some of these turns that are up in here, Jeff. Very, very tight turns. Mm-hmm. Now, you made a point to me earlier when we were talking that they didn't realize how cold it was going to be, right?
Apparently. They think Las Vegas desert, they think it's going to be,
November.
We got a tie game.
Ooh, 9-9.
9-9 in the bottom of the 7th.
What I do know about cars and the cold is that when your tires are cold, you don't grip as much, right?
Yep.
So they've got some practice going on. And check out this guy in this turn right here. Whoops. Whoopsie. Whoops. See that again. Coming around. Going to take that turn. Swoop. Whoopsie. So this is going to be interesting, Jeff. It is really going to be interesting to see how these guys that are used to, racing in some exotic locations and a lot of the European locations, they ride in the rain, they do a lot of stuff, but this is going to be interesting, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
you have mentioned
and shout out to Ray's best friend Graphics Gear, who will be there, and maybe we'll get him on the show not next week, obviously, maybe the week after. He can talk about his experience.
Man, I hope that he has a great time, and I hope he takes a ton of video. I hope so.
Don't know if he's a video guy.
This is this guy Andrew Vasquez tweeted this. He was just chilling, just driving down the Las Vegas GP circuit. What you can't hear him in the video, but he's talking about how smooth it is. He was like, "Oh my god, this is like the smoothest road I've ever been on."
They spent $80 million repaving the damn thing. I hope so. Right. For Christ's sakes.
Oh, so he was very very impressed with that, but very cool track with the sphere and everything right there. I wonder what advertisement they're going to have on the sphere during the race. Do you know?
I don't know, but it'll all be probably F1 sponsors and GP sponsors, I would think.
Well, I hope they get quite a bit of money because they lost like $98 million on their opening, something like that.
Yeah, well, first year.
So, well, I mean, you got all that startup fees and
it's a lot of capex. They'll recoup it. Capital expenditure for people that don't know slang. So it's going to be at 1:00 Eastern, 1 a.m. Eastern. Will I watch it? Well, that conflicts with the with Ray's stream, so probably not. How many people are actually going to watch it from the East Coast? I know it's only 10 o'clock Ray and Crow time. I understand that, and again, I know that it's geared toward the UK audience. It's geared for the Holtzes of the world, the Holtzes and the Dandroids more than us. But if you want to grow it in North America, and I know this is the first year out of 10, or potentially 10. I know it's a 3-year, and they hope to expand it to 10. You want to grow it, then put it on earlier.
Yeah.
The UK people will either, like everyone else, either get up and watch it or watch the replay. But again, who cares? They already know who won. This is a meaningless race in terms of, standards, like the standings, like the championship is done. Like we know who won, so it's kind of a meaningless. So in that case, move it to prime time. Yeah. Put it in prime time. Put it on the net. Put it on prime time and get.
I'm sorry, Jeff. I didn't mean to cut you off, but the fact that it's so late, like you said, that they weren't talking about how cold it was going to be. I mean, does anybody understand how cold the desert is in the middle of the night?
Apparently, nobody does.
Apparently, nobody does because 1 a.m. is the middle of the night here on the East Coast, and I know that.
But it's only 10 out there
in Las Vegas. It is only 10, but still, it's getting cold. Right?
Apparently, people don't know it's cold in Vegas, and apparently they don't have
Well,
some sort of. They have no way of looking that shit up.
I've got some inside sources, Jeff,
Ooh,
that
nice.
already have already watched the race. They said the race has already happened.
Oh yeah.
And what you see next week is just going to be a replay that they're going to pass off live. And
Excellent.
this is the content that they sent me here.
Yeah.
Francesca Fra Box This Lap said, this was live footage from the race next week.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think, Jeff? You think it's
I like it.
Yeah?
I like
there
it.
goes Lewis Hamilton. Lewis Hamilton coming down the track.
Yeah.
Smashes into what's that guy?
Is that a windowless white? Is that a windowless white van? Oh no, the white van's got windows. Okay, no good. All right, forget that. I thought it.
Yeah.
I was all excited there for it.
There's been a lot of crazy stuff in Vegas with creating this, right? You talked about how they spent $80 million on this road, and
they also
traffic.
Well, there's been a lot of traffic. They also blocked it off for the restaurants who are right there, unless they pay a lot of money to open it up. Right. Yep. And what did they, they don't want people just using the pedestrian bridges to watch the game. So they put up this stuff to prevent people from watching it. But that didn't seem to slow the vegans down. They just ripped shit apart.
Oh.
Yeah. They're like, you're not going to let us watch it? Yeah, okay. Rip it down.
Here's my thing, though, is that even before they tore all that off, couldn't you see through it? Like, wait till this replays. Like, they show it up. Like, I can see through that.
What? It's been one misstep after the other with this, and you think it's the first year. All right, I know you purists are going to say, but Jeff, they had races in Vegas in 81 and 82. I concede that point. But you're restarting it. You want to make it a big deal. You're spending $500 million or $1 billion friggin' dollars on this. Do it right. And if down the road you want to change it and do stuff, but put it in prime time. First, I don't know.
I got to be honest with you. Like, I understand how cool it is to go down the strip and this and that, but I'm surprised that they didn't create like a track, Yeah,
but all F1s are through streets.
Sure, I get that, but I'm surprised that they didn't just create something that would tie into that was like its own like motor speedway kind of thing, I mean, they got everything else going on in Vegas right now.
That's not the F1 way.
So let me ask you this, Jeff.
Like Monaco doesn't have their own track. It's right through the streets of Monaco.
Yeah, but this is Vegas. They do everything different in Vegas. What's the difference between IROC and F1? Is IROC even a thing anymore?
International Race of Champions?
Is that still a thing?
Remember the IROC cars from the 80s?
That's why I'm asking. That's the last time I paid attention.
Yeah, I don't think that's a thing anymore. I
should have asked my daughter's boyfriend to come on. He follows all this stuff.
I did. Just full disclosure. I did ask Dismal to come on, but he's got some family stuff, and 7:00 for him was going to be a little tight. So I did ask Dismal to come on
to talk to
and get Dismal on to give his insights as the
maybe after the race or something. He'll have some time. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, and graphics gear may also come on.
Okay,
tell us what it was
that'd be awesome.
like.
Get a couple of people on. We can have a little round table discussion.
Yeah,
a square table discussion.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
so we'll see.
This is,
anyways.
This is
you know what? I wish them. I wish them luck, but there's just so many things stacked against them. And the last thing I read is the ticket prices are dropping. So if you could probably get a cheap ticket to Vegas. Well, you can always get cheap tickets to Vegas.
Yep.
You could probably get a cheap ticket. Okay, not maybe one of them fancy dancy suites, but you could probably get yourself a, some sort of cheap ticket. I didn't Google the price, but.
Yep. Yeah, I think they said they've already dropped significantly.
I heard 80%.
I saw something about 80 something. Yeah. So I didn't know if it was percent or not.
Yeah. But I think the prices skyrocketed with the hype, and then as it got closer and they know who the champion is, and it's 10 p.m. and it's like, I know it's Vegas and nobody sleeps, and and that sort of stuff. I understand all of that, but I don't know. I hope it.
If doing his stream, he'll be able to chime in and talk about it.
Maybe.
Maybe.
All right.
Wink,
Maybe,
wink,
maybe he,
wink,
maybe
wink,
he, maybe, maybe he
wink,
needs to do a racing game next week. Maybe he needs to do Forza.
There you go. Hey, what is that? What is that game that's on Steam right now? That's a racing game.
I don't know. There's a million of them. I did a Formula.
You tagged me in something, or Ray tagged me in something.
Oh, I don't know. I did a Formula retro racing on my sponsored Saturday, which was fun.
You know
Once
what?
I
You
got
should
the
do
controller
F1
working.
pole position on Friday for retro.
I probably should,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't have it.
Yeah.
If I can find it for the Dreamcast, if I can find it for the Dreamcast, then I will so play it. Maybe I got to wander down to my retro store this week.
Sometime this week, you see Jeff coming in with a cabinet into the man cave. just got the F1 pole position cabinet. Oh man!
Yep.
All right, Las Vegas GP. We'll see how it goes. Who's going to win, Jeff?
I don't know.
Okay. I only know two guys.
Lance Stroll.
I know. I only know two names: Hamilton
Lewis
and
Hamilton?
Verstappen. That's it. That's it.
Lance Stroll is the Canadian.
Oh, okay. There you go.
Yeah. So let's go, Lance Stroll.
We've actually got some news about a Canadian in a little bit.
We do coming up. We do.
And what do we call that, Jeff?
It's because we're foreshadowing.
Foreshadowing. That's right. All right. Post of the week time. Post of the week time. If you have sensitive eyes, Crow Resin, you might want to close them because this post, it's not really about the post. It's more about the comment. Okay. So scientists processed 109 hours of oral sex to develop an AI that can do some things. All right. Jeff, it's your channel. I'm not going to say it even though it says it. This comment comes in. It says, should have called EA. They've been making software that does that stuff for years. I spit my drink out, Jeff, because we just got done talking about EA the other week and how shitty I think some of the decisions have been over there. Gross covered his eyes. I also read here a little while ago that there is a global company that has just hired a AI as its chief executive officer or something like that.
Nice.
It's insane. It's insane. Terminator's happening, Jeff. Terminator is happening, whether you like it or not. So I stole this one from Jeff this week. He usually has awesome posts. And I know this one isn't that awesome, but you know what? I was playing NHL 24 this week, Jeff, and I just kept growing more and more pissed off. And so when I saw this, it really just made me happy. So there you go.
Nice.
Kudos shout out to whoever that guy is that made that comment. Oh boy.
That's the kind of comment that I would make. If I had seen that, that is the kind of comment that I would have made.
Ready? I'm gonna get you canceled, Jeff. I'm sorry.
Every Monday, I send Ryzak the hate mess emails I get from YouTube. Every Monday, I get an email from them. There you go, Ryzak.
Oh, Jeff, you're the PlayStation guy. I feel like it's appropriate that you talk about.
We have good news and we have bad news. Let's start with the bad. PS5 and PS4 will no longer have Twitter X integration as of, where's my watch? Tomorrow.
PS5 share hashtag.
So, fun fact, I've never done this ever in my life. Anytime I take a clip, I then download it with the app onto my phone, and then sometimes I'll edit in Filmora, hashtag sponsor, or I'll just post it the way it is and use the PS5 share, PS4 share, PS share, hashtag myself. So, you know what? Who cares? And you know what? Are we not surprised? Why is there multiple Ryzaks joining? What's going on? Oh, is Ryzak frozen? You're frozen. Oh, dear. Nice.
I'm here.
Okay. I don't know. Multiple Ryzaks.
I don't know what happened.
Okay. So I've never done this. I've never connected them. And I'm not surprised because Elon was raising the price of the API. So I'm not surprised that I thought they would have done it sooner.
He had tweeted out and said that he's looking into it because apparently Xbox is doing the same thing, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So both of them are gonna stop the share.
What? Elon made a decision about something, and then he's coming back to regret it. Oh, dear.
I don't know, man. I don't
So
know.
that's the bad news. The good news is PlayStation has filed a patent that is going to let you replay a game from any point.
Oh, whoa. Wait a second, Jeff.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like this has been done already.
Well, let's just work through it. So you're going to be able to play a game. Shit, the Raiders scored a touchdown? That doesn't happen. What the hell? You're going to be able to play a game, and you'll be able to save like a state of the game, and then go back and play it, and possibly even share it with your friends and let them try it.
Hold on. You said something. You said state, and you said
I'm just making
share.
up. I was just no. I was just saying, they'll state the state of the game, which you can then share it out.
So state share.
No. Just a state of the game, which you could then share with your friends.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. No, this is a new patent. This has never been done before.
And then you could just pick up from any point in the game, and you could play that.
Yeah.
And so if you're a content creator and you beat a boss in a game, and you just want people to see if they can also try to beat that boss in the game, then you can just send them the link, and they can jump into the game right there at the boss level.
Or like on Friday when I did the boss, then of course nobody was watching. They're like, "What? We missed it. Do it again, Jeff."
Yeah, and you could just go right back and start.
I could have gone back and done it another 17 times.
This is an amazing feature, Jeff. I really feel like this is innovative.
It is.
I don't know if this has ever been done before.
I don't know.
It's amazing.
Oh, that's right. Happy birthday, PlayStation 5 as well. So kind of like sharing a state of exactly, kind of like sharing a state of a game, and it's brand new innovation that they're applying it for a patent.
Oh my god! Oh, guys and gals, what the hell? What the hell? Why were we all ahead of our time?
But is this really going to happen? Because they're now going to have to store all of that data for all of those millions of people and all of those millions of games. Are they going to store that in the cloud? Are they going to store it on a server? Like, what
I think would be really cool is if I'm a streamer, right? And I'm playing a multiplayer game, and I've got a crowd of people watching me, and I sent them a link so that they could come play with me too. I should. I'm telling you, I'm a genius. I think I should.
You are.
That.
You should.
Because I think that would be. Could you imagine watching Tim the Tap Man? All right, he's playing Call of Duty Warzone. He just throws a link in, and he says, "Hey, come join my squad," and then you could just go right in from his YouTube and just go right in and play with him. That'd be amazing.
That would be amazing. That would be awesome.
God, man. What the heck?
Yeah.
Well, maybe one day we'll see if anybody else.
But we'll see if they actually can do this, because that's going to be a lot of data they're going to have to store, and I don't know if they'll keep it forever or if they keep it for a short period of time. Are they going to store it in the cloud? And is this, this is just a patent that's been filed.
Can't wait to go to the comments and see all the people that are like, PlayStation leads the way again. PlayStation's so innovative. Ridiculous. Oh man.
Yeah.
And see, I think, and let's stop being silly now. Talking about the stuff that we had with Stadia, it was the truest console experience that you had in the cloud because of those features, because of the friends list, because of those things. We've talked about all this a million times, Jeff, but you're going to have people that are going to see this and they're going to be like, this is amazing. But if you would have showed them that same thing when we were playing Stadia, they'd have been like, oh, this is stupid. Nobody would ever use this. Okay.
Yep.
And for those of you that knew about or participated in the Stadia Summer Game Championships, this is exactly what Jack and them did with the state share to have people rerun those same things with the Hitman game. Eli went in and made that whole, challenge. I mean, it was great. It was great. So, regardless, and all jokes aside, I hope it works because I do feel like that was a great thing that we had, and I think people would really enjoy it.
Or even just to go back and if I'm stuck on a spot, instead of having to try to find the spot in the video, if I could just click on it and say, "Here's how you defeat the boss," and go right to it. I think from a content creator, and there's already services where that'll watch your streams and make you clips and stuff like that. There's already that kind of thing out.
Well,
so from a content creation point of view, I think it's going to be awesome if it actually comes to life.
If you can do the link exactly like Stadia did and say that you can let people join in with the same equipment that you have and all of that stuff too, right?
Yeah.
For someone like you, Jeff, look, I've been trying to beat this boss 7 times. Can anybody show me how to do it with what I've got? Right?
Yep.
I think that would be cool.
Yep.
I think that'd be cool. All right. Well, I'm glad that you found that, Jeff, because I feel
that just rolled through tonight. That is literally breaking news tonight. That just rolled through tonight from our friends at Insider Gaming. The patent was filed earlier this month, and this is just so everyone's going to be talking about this tomorrow, just like the NFL or just like the Olympics taking flag football. You hear about it on Monday. You heard about it here first.
That's right.
So now when everyone starts bringing this up, when you're in the one famous Discord in the world,
you better tag Coffee Talk.
You're like, we knew about this last night. We talked about this last night.
Ridiculous, man.
Yep.
Hey, we got more video game news here. The Golden Joystick Awards. I know Ray was all over this one on Friday night, Saturday, whatever the hell day it was. I saw him tweeting a lot about it. These were the big winners. These were the big categories here. Game of the Year, Baldur's Gate 3 for the Golden Joysticks. Baldur's Gate got a couple of awards in there, 5 or 6 of them, didn't they?
Yeah.
Best game trailer, Cyberpunk 2077 Phantom Liberty. I have a problem with that one, Jeff.
Okay.
The reason why is because it's an expansion. And I mean, it won best game expansion up above a little bit, right? And I guess I guess it's the trailer for the expansion, but it's an expansion. It's not like a whole fresh game. So I don't know. That one kind of rubbed.
Well, yeah, and when they talk about game of the year, I'm not a big fan of something 2, something 3, Hitman 3. Now, I'm not saying it's going to win game of the year, but like Hitman 3 winning game of the year, or like the second or third or fourth iteration of a game, right? The first one that should win it, not. If the other one should be disqualified. Although I thought there'd be more Spider-Man on here, but apparently
I think it's also crazy that the best multiplayer game was Mortal Kombat 1, because I feel like that game's like 30 years old.
The best streaming game was Valorant. I scrolled through the list to see who were the other nominees, and I couldn't find them. I don't know who else was nominated.
5 years old. Like, come on. God.
I know.
Ridiculous. I know. All right. Well.
Best
I just get
gaming
older
hardware,
and gamers just get younger.
PSVR 2.
I told you my wife played Fortnite for the first time.
Oh, she's gonna have to. We're gonna have to squad up. Let's squad up.
Look, man, she played Fortnite for the first time Saturday morning. Now she can't put the damn thing down. She's already got like 6 wins. I'm like, what are you doing?
Let's go.
What are you doing?
Oh, we're gonna have to do a community stream. Her and I.
Crazy.
Jeff and Carly the Foot Milf play Fortnite. I can see the foot. I can see the thumbnail now. I can see the thumbnail now.
Oh,
Jeff and Carly the Foot Milf. I love it. I love it.
There you go. The Carolina Panthers, my hometown team, not my team, but the hometown team, signing former NFL player, linebacker Blake Martinez. Now, the reason that this is interesting is because Blake Martinez retired from football because he started his own Pokemon trading card company, but he scammed the shit out of people. And he was banned from selling Pokemon cards. So he said, you know what? I don't have anything else to do. I'm going back to play football.
And Carolina sucks, so they'll take me.
They do. Terrible.
Fun fact, they play the Cowboys.
I picked them to win the division in our picks this year.
What was I going to say? I did throw out something on the threads to see if there was any Pokemon seller experts that wanted to come on and talk about this, but
nada, because they're all playing Pokemon Go.
Evidently.
You know, I mean, it's cool that he's getting to come back and keep playing. You know, I mean, I don't know what he's got left in the tank. I don't know what he's been doing to work out, but I don't know, man. I just I've got an issue with sports giving extra lives, if you will, to people that do shitty stuff. You know, I mean, this dude was scamming people out of their hard-earned money, probably kids too, you know, but he's going to get a second shot at the NFL. You've got, you know, people that beat women get a second shot at the NFL. You got people that, you know, force themselves on women, second shot at the NFL. You got people that shoot people, second shot at the NFL. I mean, like, what gives, Jeff? What gives? Why are these guys like? Is money really that important? You know, and where I'm going with that is for the owners to make, right? Like we talked about James Harden earlier. The Clippers brought him in. He's been a head case for years. He's destroyed like 3 teams now. They're 0-4 with him. He's at the club after the game instead of like working on his game. And, you know, people are just going to keep trading for James Harden because, oh my God, he might be able to drop 50. Like, if this was your job, well, you own a company, so you know it's a little different. But if this was my job and I did something like this, my job wouldn't keep me. So why do athletes get, you know, the okay? I just don't get it.
Crow reminds us of the dog fighting.
That's true. That's true, Mike Vick, and I love Mike Vick, but he did an awful thing. You know, he did an awful thing, and he got to come back. I mean, he went to prison, and he did his time, but he got to come back. You know.
Yeah, but Martha Stewart went to prison, and people still, you know, buy her stuff. So, you know,
they do. That's absolutely true.
Right. So it's not just sport. It's Martha Stewart.
It's not. I was, you know, even actors. You know, even actors. Like
actor strike is
just everywhere.
Shout out to the actors for actor strike is over. So
yeah, James Gunn very happy. Very happy, James.
I saw a thread from Van City Reynolds, July 2024, July 29th, July something in 2024. Looks like Deadpool 3.
Deadpool 3. I thought he already did the second one.
No, 3. That's 3.
Oh, the 3 is 3. Sorry, my bad.
Un, deux, trois.
What's 2?
Deux. Un, deux, trois.
Okay.
Un, deux, trois. Okay. Thanks. He set weak nifties.
Hey, this was really exciting for you here. Barstool is getting a new Chicago headquarters, Jeff.
It's true. If you get caught smoking weed or gambling, and there's new and another topic we didn't get to talk about was the new rules that with ESPN Bet that Woj and Schefter and they can't bet on their sports they cover. Schefter could do basketball and Woj could do football because they don't really cover it, but. But you know he's not.
Yeah, God forbid you get caught smoking weed. The gambling thing, I'm a little bit more on. Like I was watching that, or I was listening to. I keep saying I was watching it. It was on a TV, but I was listening to it because I was down below the deck. But I'm watching or listening to that game this morning, and the commercial with Eli and Peyton comes on about the betting, and I'm just like, you know, we were talking earlier about how kids are influenced, right? Like now it just seems like it's acceptable when you see these guys promoting it, right? Like I don't know, man. Yeah, I don't know.
So the Canadian networks, you know, they put their own crap in, which is sometimes why I'm behind. You know, when I watch it, and you know, they interject their things, and at halftime they do their own little segments, and before and after games and whatever, and it's always here's our 3-pick parlay, and go to ourbetting.com, and it's all you know, they're all you know. So yeah, I think I need to get myself a FanDuel deal. So with my NFL picks, I can put in the my 3-leg parlay if you use my code. I need to start.
Maybe you need to take a trip to Chicago to the Barstool headquarters and go to the gambling room.
I'm glad Purple Haze is here because she's a Portnoy. She's a stoolie. I think she's a stoolie. Anyways, yes, they opened up a new facility in Chicago. $20 million. It's got a full basketball court. It's got cool offices. It's got brand new state-of-the-art studios.
I feel like everybody just wants to be dude perfect. right? Like,
maybe.
I feel like Dude Perfect did this first, and now Pat McAfee does it, and now Barstool does it, and it's like, come on, man, come on.
Yeah. Pat refurnished a church. Pat refurnished a church, and he's got the net, and they do pickleball. They're going to do pickleball in the new Barstool.
I can see you playing pickleball, Jeff.
I've never done it. It's like tennis with a big racket, isn't it? With a bigger racket.
Can't go in the kitchen. Two people can't be in the kitchen at the same time.
Apparently not.
Do you know what that means?
No.
Okay.
I haven't a clue.
There's a
somebody tackle him. Somebody tackle him.
Hey, we've got NCAA news here. NFL owners and GMs were informed that underclassmen are now eligible for the college All-Star games. And the reason this is big news is because it was only ever the Senior Bowl before.
Correct.
Right? Or the
Senior Bowl. You had the Senior Bowl. You had the East-West game. You had the East-West game. You had the Shrine. You had a bunch of All-Star senior senior guys in their 5th year, 6th year coming out doing that. So now they're going to be able to, now the underclassmen who are declaring for the draft will now be able to participate. Correct.
But it's not going to be for people like Caleb Williams, who you see here on the screen, because he's not going to play in one of those games and risk injury. It's going to be great for the guys that feel like they can make that jump, but they're not as touted as somebody like Caleb Williams, right? Because it'll give them that chance to show, hey, I'm good and I'm playing here against all of these other guys that are good. So here you go. I wonder if this will lead to any more rule changes about entering early, because right now, what is it? Is it 1 year for football or is it 2? I know it's 1 for basketball.
2 years.
It's 2 years for football, right?
Yeah.
So I wonder if it'll lead to any more of that. I think the NIL stuff has a lot to do with this, and the fact that they're seeing these kids profiting, and they gotta reel you in before you get out of here. You know what I mean? So I think this is all more about money than it is about showing these kids off. But that's just
I tweet a lot about the those All-Star games, and I watch them. I know nobody else does, but I watch them, and then I name these guys in drafts, and I talk about these guys, and people are like, who's this guy? Never heard of this guy. And then 6 months later, have you heard of this guy? Well, I talked about him 6 months ago, but you guys don't listen to me. So,
Mr. YouTube Playables, Ron Slusher. Ron, you just missed our great talk about this really cool new feature that PlayStation is bringing out, where you can capture a bit of your game and then you can share it with people so they can play it, kind of like a stage of a share.
Yeah. Hold on 1 second. I got to remove you for just a split second, Ryzak. Just for a split nano. Yes, Ron. We still them boys. We still them boys, Ron. Okay, we're back. Oops, wrong Ryzak. Oops, wrong Ryzak.
Where
were we?
I like old Ron Slusher. I like that he's keeping Stadia alive. That's what I like about him.
Yeah. You two players both run. Oh, that's a fumble. That's a fumble.
Oh, Jeff, I feel like you probably know somebody that has done some inappropriate stuff on the internet, right?
Nope.
And by inappropriate stuff, I mean going on Omegle. And if you don't know what Omegle is, it was a site where you could go video chat with a random person, and you could just kind of keep going through till you found somebody that you wanted to talk to. And, people do music, and people do dress up, and people go naked. And it's kind of a crazy place, but no more, Jeff. No more.
You're not taking a survey of who did that? Okay, sorry. I thought you were taking a survey.
See you later, Omegle. It is gone.
It was started by an 18-year-old kid in his bedroom.
Yep.
And
it showed me, some people that I follow. I don't know if you know who Harry Mack is. Harry Mack is a rapper. You've probably seen him on TikTok, Jeff. He always tells people to give him 3 creative words, and then he uses those in his rap, right? But he used to go on Omegle.
Now the algorithm's going to show me this crap.
Harry Mack's awesome. Yeah, man, it also was a place for predators. It was a place for the not so nice as well.
I saw a lot of TikToks and videos, mostly TikTok, so they were live, of people who were trying to trap predators. So they were like, I'm a 12-year-old girl. What's your snap? And they were, so I saw lots of, as I'm flipping through, there were a lot. What are those people going to do now? So there's a whole industry and whole thousands and thousands of subscribers. What are those people going to do now?
Yeah, it's crazy. Throw that bit up there from Crow right there. Epic Games
Giants
hasn't
Jeff.
made
Yes, the Cowboys are giants. You are correct. Is that what Ron's talking about? The Cowboys are giants? Is that what he's?
Maybe. I don't know. Maybe.
Okay.
Epic Games.
Did you hear about? Yeah, Crow. There's so many things we took off the list. This was one of them. Yes, because Epic is just down the street from Ryzak. Ryzak could throw
they are.
He can throw snowballs at their offices.
I absolutely can. And, when they put all of their resources into one game and an engine that they only use for one game, well, not a really good business plan.
Mm-hmm.
Just saying.
Mm-hmm. Correct.
Can we buy so many Fortnite skins? All right.
It is true.
Here you go, Jeff. I said it earlier, and I'm bringing it to you right now. Look at this giant of a boy from Canada. Who needs a Wemby? You said we weren't talking about Wemby today. I just talked about him. And his name's on the screen, too. This kid is from Canada. He's taller than Shaq. He's taller than Wemby. He's taller than Yao Ming. He stands at 7'7", and he just committed to the University of Florida.
Should have gone to Duke.
There you go. Oliver Rue. Is that how you say that, Jeff? I don't know. I don't really do French. Is it Ryu or is it Rue?
Where the hell's his name?
7'7" center Oliver Rue commits to Florida.
Where are we looking? Oh, down there. Yeah, you can go Rue. Sure.
Rue?
Sure. You can go with that.
All right.
Yeah.
That is a picture of him standing next to another Canadian legend by the name of Steve Nash. Mm-hmm. And so you can see the height difference there. Mm-hmm. IMG, Jeff, do you know what IMG is?
I do. They're a huge, I don't want to say product. They work with all the athletes coming out. They're big,
an academy.
big academy that,
school. Yep.
Yeah, that turns out athletes.
It's a private school. It's an academy school, and my daughter has played against them in soccer. And actually, when we went to England, that second game that they lost, she didn't even play the English girls. She played the American girls that they brought over to play with them for the summer, and 2 of the girls were from IMG academies. So,
there's a
big school.
There's a that's not the one. That's not Dennis Johnson. No, Dennis. Who's the sprinter? Not Ben.
Michael Johnson.
Michael Johnson. That's not his, right? He's got another one. He's got his own performance.
I don't know the name of his.
Yeah, but he's got another one, right? That's not these guys. That's
I don't think it is. There's a couple of schools down in the southeast that are of the same pedigree. Those kids pay like $30,000 a year to go to that school, so that they can focus on their sports. So crazy stuff. But man, that kid is huge.
Purple probably has more details on.
Dude, could you imagine being 18 years old and being 7'7"?
I'm 53 years old and 5'7".
I just like.
Does that count?
You know how they talk about like in the superhero movies and stuff, like when you have power, it's great responsibility. Like that's what I think of when I look at him, right? Like he's 7'7". He's huge.
He's what, 15 inches taller than you? Crow, check my math on that, would you?
I'm 6'4", so
check my math.
12, 8, 7, 15. You got it. You got it. And the other thing that I like about him, Jeff, the other thing that I like about him, just looking at him right here, is that he's actually kind of filled out a little bit, right? Mm-hmm. But like all of these guys that are huge, I got to worry about those knees, Jeff. I got to worry about the knees. Hopefully he can take care of his knees. He said he doesn't do math on his day off, Jeff. You're shit out of luck.
Oh, right.
Crow's words, not mine.
Crow. That's right. Sorry, Crow. I know you don't do math. Purple. We were just wondering, IMG, the big sports group academy training ground. Michael Johnson had his own. They're different. What the name of that was?
God, what is
little
the
details
name of
on
the other one?
There's like two. I think there's like 2 or 3, 4 of them.
They're all
over the U.S. Or I thought there's some all over the in the
I thought
West.
there was one in
East.
Georgia. There IMG's in Florida. There's one in Georgia. I think there's one in Texas.
I thought there was
I'll
one
have
in
to
California.
look at that. Maybe we can touch on it next time. So
maybe not.
Hey,
I know Michael Johnson had his own, but
the biggest sporting news of the week, Jeff. The biggest sporting news of the week is that Jim Harbaugh has been suspended for the last 3 games of the season. The reason why is because they had a staffer that was buying tickets to other games. He was dressing up as personnel for those teams, and he was videotaping allegedly videotaping their play calls. There's a video of him in one of the games where he walks up to the defensive coordinator and says something to him about a play they're going to run. They shift the defense and then they stop them. So people are calling all of that out.
Allegedly.
And so the Big Ten has come down and said, you know what, Jim Harbaugh, you're the head coach. So you are going to get this discipline, even though we have done no investigation. You are guilty. End of story.
We have no evidence.
No.
We have no evidence. Investigation still ongoing.
Yep.
We're going to suspend you, and we may do more later. Yeah.
And I don't know about your country, but in our country, you are innocent until you're proven guilty, but not in the Big Ten, Jeff. Not in the Big Ten. In the Big Ten, you're guilty, and then we'll talk about it later. All right. Not
if you're in the Big Ten or it's Michigan.
That's right. That's right.
If it was another school in the Big Ten, no. If it was not Jim Harbaugh, no. But it's Michigan and Jim Harbaugh.
Obviously, Harbaugh is upset about this. Obviously, his team, his AD was very upset about this. He crafted a very strongly worded email, talking about how unfair it was.
That was well written.
What'd you say?
That was well written.
Yeah, it was. It was. I mean, it was strongly worded, but I mean, he had a lot of really good points in there, right? So. They go and they play Penn State yesterday. Penn State's ranked. Going to Penn State is one of the toughest places to play. I don't know if you've ever watched the whiteout in there.
Oh, God, yeah. Linebacker you, baby. Linebacker you.
It's a crazy atmosphere, right? And so what do? They go in. Offensive line coach becomes the head coach for the day, and they go in and they spank Penn State. And after the game, they interview the interim coach there. And, I mean, he's just so emotional, man. He's crying. I mean, he's talking about how he loves Harbaugh and this and that. And so kind of a crazy sequence over these past couple of weeks leading up to them saying that he was suspended.
So on Saturday, there was stuff floating around that obviously they tried to get a TRO, temporary restraining order. There was some rumors that the judge that was going to hear it was on the Michigan faculty, which turned out to be false. The judge actually attended Michigan Law School, but has no current affiliation with the school other than that. But again, it's a Michigan court, so of course they probably have gone to Michigan. And they thought they were going to get a ruling before the game, but that did not happen. And as far as I know, they have not ruled yet. I believe I don't think the judge
have
has
they formally submitted an appeal?
Yeah. Yes.
Yes. Okay.
They have filed a temporary restraining order.
Right. But not a formal appeal.
Not a formal appeal, to my knowledge.
Well,
but
because it's not the
court.
Week. Wait till tomorrow.
Yeah, they went to you go to court and you get the court to say, get a judge to say, no, we're going to put a temporary restraining order or a temporary restraining order on that, so that way he could have still coached, right? What
I think is so crazy about it is what you just said. He could still coach, right? He's still allowed to coach during the week, but he can't show up for the games.
Correct. Yeah.
What kind of sense does that make?
Well, it's the Big Ten.
Look, you can prepare your team all week. Yeah. You can prepare them, but you can't be there on the sideline when the game's going on, all right?
No, and did you see what happened last night? Did you see what they did last night? What did they do last night? They went to the Michigan Wolverines hockey game, the whole team.
Oh, yeah.
The whole team, including Harbaugh. They were all at the Michigan Wolverine hockey game, cheering on the hockey team.
That's awesome. That's
last
awesome.
night.
We didn't even talk about Deion Sanders in Colorado losing 3 in a row. Oh,
we didn't.
Goodness, Jeff. But there is other college
Thank God my
news.
hater friend Dave doesn't watch my show.
There is other college football news. Another big name in the coaching circuits, Jimbo Fisher won a national championship with Florida State, didn't he?
He did.
Or no? He did?
Mm-hmm.
He has been fired as the coach at Texas A&M. Shout out to the NC State Wolfpack hockey team who just beat Texas A&M the other night. I didn't get to go to the game, but it happened in my yard. Jimbo Fisher has been fired at Texas A&M, Jeff, and he's owed how much money?
I think they settled on $75 million.
$75 million. Yeah.
Now, how much was he owed? I think a lot more than that. I think
it was.
I think there was a lot more than that, but I think that's what they settled on.
But it brings up an interesting point, and I probably should have thrown this in here. Rob Gronkowski came out this week, and he was very critical of the NFL owners, and the guaranteed contracts for coaches, because Josh McDaniels just got fired from the Raiders. Still going to get paid, right? Still going to get paid for like the next 4 years. But players don't get that guarantee. No. But coaches do. All coaching contracts are guaranteed.
One does.
Oh,
one guy does.
Yeah, Dak.
No, Deshaun Watson.
Oh, Deshaun. That's right.
Deshaun.
So
there is a guaranteed portion to every contract. There is a guaranteed portion.
I need to talk to my boss and see if I can get a guarantee in my contract. So
you do,
because this is insane. I'm trying to be paid for being fired. It's unreal, man. Unreal. And it's not just like pocket change, Jeff. It's millions of dollars. Unreal.
Yeah.
Raider Nation. That's white and black.
I can't hear my Jets loving sports producer upstairs. I think it's
is he screaming?
Probably.
Nice.
Probably good that I can't hear him up there.
Well, although these were big stories, Jeff, there was one story this week that was bigger than anything. Ladies and gentlemen, if you have not heard, the greatest Christian rock band of all time is coming back for a North American tour, and that is none other than Creed. There you go. It's the biggest news of the week. Creed is coming back. And guess who they're coming back with? 3 Doors Down, Jeff. Sign me up.
Just to Ray's point, so Ray, are you saying that the quarterback was the reason the Jets lost this game? Was it the quarterback? Just a question.
You're like an elephant. You never forget.
Just a question.
Oh, man. Can you take me higher, Ray? That is right. Man, he looks old, doesn't he? Good God.
Yeah.
Man,
that's Europe.
Just need to stay retired.
Europe. Take me higher. That's Europe. Somebody needs money.
Oh, man. Someone needs money. Yeah, that's exactly.
Hey, Ray, the CFL Grey Cup next weekend, the halftime show is going to be done by Green, because apparently there's no Canadian artists available. Green Day. Hey, I forgot to ask you, were you in Argentina on the weekend? Did you go to Argentina?
I did not. No, Travis did not call me and invite me this time, so I didn't get to go.
Oh, all right. Okay.
But I heard that Taylor changed the name of her song, the words in her songs, to talk about her Chiefs boyfriend. And then after the concert, they embraced in a very long kiss that had everybody in a tizzy. And I also saw a post from someone, and I should have saved that for post of the week. It said that if Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce have a baby, then all of our population problems are going to be solved, because everybody's going to run out and have a baby at the just because they are. And it'll solve all of our population problems. I thought that was great.
That could be.
Jeff, that was all the news that we
Crow
had
Resin
this
says
week.
one of those bands is good.
One of those. Daughtry. I like Three Doors Down. They're good.
Hold on. Wait. Nope, wait. Here we go. Nope, wait. Okay. Okay, go ahead.
All right. All right, everybody. It's now time for 5 guesses. And this week, Jeff, we're going to take a little trip back to the world of Game Over. All right.
Excellent.
Going back to Game Over. It's a very watered down version of Game Over, but I got it right here for you, buddy.
Ooh, look at that.
5 questions, 5 multiple choice questions, and they are all about
Hallmark movies? Hallmark movies?
All about toys, Jeff. So I want you to put your thinking cap on, and I want you to put yourselves back in Toys R Us, put yourself back in KB Toys, put yourself back in the Canadian Tire or wherever in the hell it is that you go and buy toys, because we're talking toys. Are you ready, Jeff?
I'm ready.
Well, then here we go. First question, Jeff. Which company sold the hugely successful Tamagotchi? Was it A, Mattel? Was it B, Sega? Was it C, Bandai? Or was it D, Matoy?
C, final answer.
C, final answer, Bandai? And you are correct, Jeff. Bandai made Tamagotchi. Good job, buddy. Good job.
Okay, I'm taking the money and I'm done. I'm out.
Hey, the Tamagotchi was a handheld digital pet that was released by Bandai on November 23rd, 1996 in Japan, and in the United States on May 1st, 1997, quickly becoming one of the biggest toy fads of the late 90s and early 2000s.
Everybody I knew had one except me.
There you go.
I couldn't keep care of myself in the 90s, let alone a little toy.
I was too much of a teenager. I wasn't playing with a Tamagotchi. All right, here we go. You ready for this? Question 2. Subbuteo is a toy that replicates the game of what? Football, baseball, kickball, or basketball, Jeff? Subbuteo.
I don't know the answer because I don't know what a Subbuteo is. I don't think it came to Canada. So I'm going to go back to my old school days. If you don't know, you go C or the longest answer. So I'm going to go D, basketball. Final answer.
D, basketball, final answer. Subbuteo is actually a game that replicates football. Now, it's not football like you think, Jeff. It's football like soccer, okay? Subbuteo is a tabletop football soccer game in which players simulate association football by flicking miniature players with their fingers. The name is derived from the Neo-Latin scientific name Falco subbuteo, which is a bird of prey commonly known as the Eurasian hobby, after a trademark was not granted to its creator, Peter Adolph, to call the game hobby. There you go. Look, I'm giving you knowledge today, Jeff. Knowledge. All right. Question 3, Jeff. Are you ready?
Yep.
Here we go. Which of these was a game played with discs? Was it jacks? Was it pogs? Was it Beyblades? Or was it pencils?
C, final answer.
C, Beyblades is your final answer. The correct answer is pogs. Did you know what pogs were, Jeff?
I didn't, but I thought Beyblade, you had that little thing and you spun it. I thought they were called discs, but I guess they weren't.
Pogs were originally known as milk caps. All right. Let's see. It's a children's game played with flat circular cardboard discs. Players make a stack of these caps and take turns dropping a heavier slammer object onto it, causing the caps to be disrupted. Each player keeps a face-up cap and has to restack the face-down caps repeating the process until none land face down. Did you know that the name Pogs, under which name it was sold commercially in the 1990s, originates from Pog, a brand of juice made from passion fruit, orange, and guava?
Nope.
Because they used to take the caps off of that juice and play.
I don't think we had this in Canada. In the whatever year you were babbling about. We had it.
All right, Jeff, question 4. Are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Here we go. How many? Oh, that says how any. I'm supposed to say many.
I read it as many.
Show's rigged. It's rigged. How many different colored wedges are there in the game Trivial Pursuit? Are there 5? Are there 4? Are there 8? Or are there 6?
Trivial Pursuit, invented in the 80s by 2 Canadian guys. Good Canadian game. Played it many, many times.
I feel like I need to do Jeopardy music here, but then I feel like we would definitely get copyrighted.
Definitely get canceled. I want to say... Can I do a 50-50?
No. I don't have that baked in.
Come on, run, Zach. Come on, throw it. Throw it downfield. There we go. Go into the end zone.
Oh, my gosh.
So twice Zach had the chance to win the game for the team, but twice the quarterback blew it, Ray. D, final answer.
D, final answer. 6. 6 is the right answer, Jeff. Congratulations. Trivial Pursuit is a board game in which winning is determined by a player's ability to answer trivia and popular culture questions. Players move their pieces around the board, and the squares they land on determine the subject of the question. They are asked from a card from subjects that include geography, blue, entertainment, pink, history, yellow, arts and literature, originally brown, but now it's purple. Science and nature is green. Sports and leisure is orange. Jeff, when you play Trivial Pursuit, what's the one that you always go for first?
Entertainment.
Entertainment. I always go for science first because I know I'm going to get sports and leisure. So, I'd rather take the hard ones first. All right, Jeff. Good
I had to think about the little thing, and I had to literally put the things in the thing. I had to think about it.
So I tried to mix the numbers up a little bit, kind of throw you off. Yeah. All right, last question, Jeff. You're doing good. 2 for 4, 50%, right? Here we go. Can you make it 3 of 5? Andre Cassagne invented which hit toy? Was it the Etch-a-Sketch? Was it Connect 4? Was it Waterfalls? Or was it Light Bright?
Clearly, you don't know how to use the Alt 130 to put the accent aigu on Andre's name.
I don't.
Cassagne. I don't know what Waterfalls is.
You remember the things that had the water in it? You would push the buttons and the bubbles would go up, and you'd have to put the.
Is that what they were called?
Yeah.
Huh. Is that what they were called? Yeah. Who knew? Huh. Who knew? No idea. The chat is probably exploding because I have, and everyone in the chat probably knows all of these answers. But of course, as you know, I closed the chat. I have no idea what them in. Are they flaming? A, final answer.
A, Etch-a-Sketch is your final answer. Andre Cassagne invented the Etch-a-Sketch. Great job, Jeff. Great job. Etch-a-Sketch is a mechanical.
I literally went with the longest answer.
There you go.
Followed by advice. I think that's the longest answer.
Invented by Andre Cassagne of France and subsequently manufactured by the Ohio Art Company. It is now owned by Spin Master of Toronto, Ontario, Canada, Jeff. Nice. Etch-a-Sketch was introduced near the peak of the baby boom on July 12th, 1960 for $2.99, which is equivalent to $30 in
So Ray said
2022.
football.
Went on to sell 600,000
never heard
units
of
that
it.
year and is one of the
Beyblade.
best known toys of that area. Hey, Jeff, in 1998, it was inducted into the National Toy Hall of Fame at the Strong in Rochester, New York. Jeff,
Yeah. See,
Janak,
Ray was thinking
3 of
along I do.
5 tonight.
The Beyblades were discs. I thought they were discs too. I did never heard of Pogs. 8-ball Pogs with a thing, if I remember. I'm just scrolling back through the chat.
Hey, you're fine. No, that was good.
At D.
I was just trying to congratulate you. You did a great job.
Somebody said 5. It's been a while. I know. I had to clearly put the things in the. I forgot about the brown one. And then everyone was saying that's a sketch. Nice.
Used to be brown. Yeah.
And Crow's like, who?
Everybody did good, Jeff. You did good too, man. That was a good one. Yeah, I told him I was going to give him the Hallmark movies, and I figured that wouldn't be fair because there's a lot of Hallmark movies out there, and they're all like the same. So the question would have been like, what movie did the girl leave the guy?
No.
They all.
Which one where she leave the rich New York guy for her, the small town guy? Although I'm gonna write one where she sticks with she goes, hold on, guys, screw you, you're small town and you're poor. Yeah. I'm going to the rich guy and I'm gonna fly in his plane. Yeah. Moving up. Mm-hmm. Crow says he missed. Crow says he missed 3. Not my best attempt tonight.
Man, Crow, you're off your game, buddy. You didn't want to do math on your day off. You're getting 3 questions wrong.
It is late. It is 8:30 Crow time for Crow and Ray.
Thank you,
Ray. Next week is our U.S. Thanksgiving special. So I have Thanksgiving questions for Ryzak because it's your Thanksgiving. So you should,
I hope I know it.
You should get these.
I married a woman whose family is from England, so our Thanksgiving is all like English food, right?
But they don't have Thanksgiving.
Oh, they
don't have Thanksgiving, and they don't celebrate Thanksgiving
here. They brought their own food with them.
They don't have Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving to the Pilgrims was called Independence Day. Isn't your Independence Day coming up? Or it already happened?
July 1st.
July 1st. All right.
And it wasn't. We didn't end up. We're still part of the Commonwealth. We did not get rid of them.
Well, maybe you'll want.
We still hail to the King now.
Hail to the King. Did you see the King reading that thing the other day with all of his they were talking about like the money stuff, and he had like all the jewels on and everything. Everybody was creaming him about the fact that he was talking about poverty and he was wearing all that shit. Like, read the room, dude.
I did see a video though of these 2 dudes and a female. Yes, I'm categorizing them. I'm assuming their genders.
I don't know. It's 2023, Jeff. You don't know.
And I believe they said they were what their genders were. Anyways, they were riding their bicycles through Windsor, and they were just going. They slept in some little shack, and they were just driving down this road on their bicycles, and the guy was filming it. And who comes walking down this? Some car went zipping by about 10 minutes before, and then who comes just walking by? King Charles. The King. He's just walking. He's got a stick. He's just walking down this road by himself. Like, no, they thought maybe he had driven by because this car went whipping by like 10 or 15 minutes before.
Yeah.
No, he's just walking. He's gone for a walk, and they're on their bikes, and they stop and they talk to him. And the guy after goes, I don't really care about the King and stuff, but it's kind of cool. He's just walking.
I mean, having gone there just recently and walked that whole street right there in front, I imagine that the car went down the hill around the corner because there's a gate at the bottom where like the garages are. And then he probably walked back up the hill because there's a lot of construction, or at least there was when I was there. There was a lot of construction.
No, this is at Windsor Castle. This is not at Buckingham Palace.
I went to Windsor.
Oh, you went to Windsor? Okay,
That's where we went first. If I can find the video, again, if the algorithm
If the algorithm pulls
Keep
it
talking
back
about
to
it,
me,
it'll show up.
if the algorithm, remember, folks, the algorithm doesn't push stuff to you; it pulls stuff to you. Thanks, you, Richie. It does. It does not push; it pulls. It's a pull. If I can find that again, I will. I'll send it to you. I didn't realize you went to the Windsor.
I did. That was the first place we went. We landed at Heathrow, and then we went to Windsor and walked around for a little bit before we went downtown.
Yeah, but it was just some road, and and there was some.
Remember, that was the day that Biden was there. No. Okay. So the day that we got there, we're outside of Windsor. We're walking around, right? There's a bunch of security at the gate. There's construction people everywhere. We get back to the hotel later that night, and we found out that Biden was at Windsor at the same time we were standing outside. And you would have never have known. You didn't see any Secret Service. You didn't see any Royal Guard. You didn't see anything, man. It was just a normal ass day, and there he was, and we had no idea.
President Trump was at UFC last night.
He was with Tucker Carlson, Kid Rock, and the guy that owns the UFC. What's his name? Dana
Carvey.
Dana White.
Dana Carvey. Yeah, and there's the picture I saw. There was some lady giving him the 2-finger salute. That is the picture I saw. I saw a tweet that said he was there, and then there was some lady right there giving him a 2-finger salute. That's all.
How close? How close do you follow our elections?
Not as much as I'm told I should by other people, because what happens to you indirectly affects us, kind of, sort of, in a way. I don't understand your system. Your system goes on. Ours is 32 days, if that. Maybe 35 if it's a holiday.
Campaign for all 4 years, man. It's crazy.
Ours is like 35 days, and boom, we're in and out, and that's it. And yours goes on for years, and I really don't I don't understand most. They
just had the Republican debate. Did you see any clips of that, or no? That doesn't cross your feed.
Again, I remember I watch Jimmy Kimmel. I watch Seth. So whatever they joked about it is what I saw.
Yeah.
Right. So when they weren't on for 6 months, I didn't know what the My Pillow guy's been up to, because that's where I get all my, because he's Jimmy's best friend,
inside, man.
Jimmy Kimmel, Jimmy Kimmel had him on the show, and Jimmy's going to go on his show maybe, and so that's where I get all of my. That's where I get all my stuff from. So if the Jimmy and Seth don't talk about it, then I really don't know what the hell's going on.
I think everybody knows it's going to be Trump. But I tell you, that Vivek Ramaswamy guy, he was
he was pissed off everybody. Man. I heard he was
fiery, dude.
According to Seth,
he called out Ron DeSantis for wearing heels.
He was picking on the lady's daughter for TikTok for some reason or something. I don't know. Whatever jokes they tell me. Oh, and last night, and when we're done here, I'm going upstairs to watch Last Week Tonight with John Oliver with my son.
Nice.
With Biggle Mac. So again, what they tell me is really all I know.
Yeah. Well, don't worry, Jeff, because at some point over the next 11 months, you're going to hear enough about it that you're not going to want to hear it anymore. I don't watch a lot of Canadian news, and they might just put I don't even know if the Canadian news even said there was a debate last week. Again, if I don't see it on the Jimmys or Seth, then I probably haven't paid attention. Or John Oliver. What I really probably should have talked about, I don't know if you saw, there was a committee of former athletes that went to the White House to talk about like fair play in sports and stuff. It was all males. There wasn't one female representative on this committee for fair play that went to the White House to talk, right? Like you couldn't find any, professional female athlete. There's a lot of very famous women that have, a lot of really cool things to say, And so you've got the White House tweeting out, how cool it is that all these guys are there. And just the comments are just like, I guess you don't like women. Guess you don't like women. Guess you don't like, it's just like,
yeah, no, I didn't hear that. No, I somehow missed that.
It is what it is, man. It is what it is. So,
well, there you go.
What you got going on this week, man? You got a busy week coming up?
Not really. Let's see. Tomorrow we're back.
Are we from spacing on Wednesday?
You tell me.
I need Crow to tell me.
It's not up to Crow. It's on his stream. If you're available, we're going to From Space. If you're not available, then we might play something
then
else.
we're going to From Space, damn it.
If you're available, we're going to From Space. If you're not, we might drive. If not, we might.
I'm calling it right now. We're From Spacing. There you go. All right. So, Jeff, what are you doing this week?
So Monday is going to be Gotham. We're going to finally finish that last heroic challenge. So Ray, if you're still around, and Sanchez is going to join us. Crow might be late, so we might do a couple of early, easy matches. And then Wednesday will be From Space, and then Friday is going to be the kickoff of I'm going to play some Centipede and maybe something else on the Dreamcast. Pulling out the Dreamcast.
Nice.
Do some Dreamcasting. And then Saturday, I don't think I'm going to do a sponsored Saturday because I might be in the Owen. I've been asked to be in the Owen Sound Santa Claus Parade. I'm going to be at Jeff on the road, doing appearances, signing autographs, promoting the channel.
Amazing. And you're going to watch the Las Vegas Grand Prix.
I may be driving home. So yeah, I may. If I'm just driving home, well, it's at 1 a.m. If I left at 11, if I left at 10, parade's at 5, meet and greet with the fans after and before. Yeah, if I leave by 10, I'll be home to watch it. But then there's Ray's stream. So it's like, how can I watch both Ray's stream and the F1 Grand Prix at the same time? Could I watch two things at the same time?
You got to get you a flip, Jeff, and then that way you can watch two things at the same time.
But could I do it in the man cave? Could I watch two things at the same time?
Oh, you mean like once you get home? I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know if you're allowed. I don't know if your electricity can handle it.
Yeah. Oh. Sadly, I missed both of Ray's last two streams because they're not Wreckfest, and it's really hard for me to stay up till 1 a.m.
Yeah, I feel bad. I haven't been at Ray's stream, Saturday night stream, in months, man. Because I tell you, Saturday, like this, Jeff. We've got something going on like every freaking day, man. And
yep,
I'm exhausted. I'm in bed. Usually, like this is the latest that I've stayed up. What we do on Sunday night, it's the latest I stay up all week. Like I'm usually in bed by like 10:30, 10:30, 11 o'clock at the very latest. But
yep,
I don't know, man. I can't do it. Like I didn't get Call of Duty. It's first time I haven't gotten Call of Duty on the midnight release and like stayed up and played it. I got no desire, man. I got no energy. So I'm doing all this stuff to the house as well, and so. You know, we'll have a busy week of work. My wife and daughter will be, where are they going? Going to South Carolina next weekend for a soccer tourney.
Nice. And
so me and the boy are sticking around the house, and I'm going to hopefully going to replace that second deck, wood on the second deck, and get that ready because. We are hosting both of our parents for Thanksgiving for the first time ever. Okay. Wow. And I am afraid that it is going to be hot in my house. So I'm going to need to go outside. And I just want this deck project to be over with, man. Wood is expensive, dude.
I know.
Wood is expensive.
I know. Post-pandemic, the price just... I think it's come down a little bit, but I think peak pandemic, I think it was really expensive.
Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I get it. I get what you have to do to get wood, and it's bad for the environment. I get it, but like, man, it's expensive. Like, holy shit! You used to be able to get a 2x4 for like $250.
I know.
Ay.
I know.
So it'll be a busy week, and maybe I'll be around to play over the weekend. We'll see what Zach's got planned for us.
It's a long weekend for you, so there you go.
But if I'm working on the deck, it's going to go by fast. So
there you go.
You know, I should start making videos of me doing all this handyman shit, so that maybe I'll learn. Somebody will be inspired.
Yeah, possibly.
I don't know.
Crow Resin
and
Ray.
Nice.
Sanchez.
Nice. I like
Roaster.
Didn't see Sanchez tonight. He's probably playing War Tales.
Probably.
Yeah.
getting ready for Gotham tomorrow night. So
Yeah.
all right. Thanks everybody for joining. Thanks everyone. We will see you on the X, on the thread.
Right. See ya.
Everywhere.
Have a good night. Have a great week.
Ron Slusher. How many days? 43. 43.
Hope you have a great week. Right here.
There you go. No 43. No 43 countdown. Have a great
Not
week.
today.
All right. Happy Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving.
Bye.